Hey guys, Chicago personal injury lawyer Scott DeSalvo here, and I am stuck in traffic. I'm on my way home after about a 14-hour workday. I got in really early today, but there were a lot of settlements I had to administer. What a lot of people don't know is fighting with the insurance company is sometimes half the battle, and fully the second half is fighting with Medicare, Medicaid, health insurance companies, other auto insurance companies, doctors' offices, hospital billing departments are really hard. All those things have to be worked out after a case is settled. So I had a day full of that kind of stuff, lots of paperwork. I was like praying someone would call me on the phone to take me away from the paperwork. Normally I talk to so many people on the phone that quiet time to do paperwork is welcome, but today I wanted to get interrupted, but of course Murphy's Law, right? So I digress. The point that I did get one phone call today from a client who called me about a injury case, and he told me I spoke with this lawyer. My cousin recommended him, and I'm not sure he likes my case. I'm not sure he feels confident about my case. He asked me, do I just want money or do I want to go to the doctor? And he told me that my case was probably worth a couple $1,000s, and I just had a really bad taste in my mouth from talking to him. So he saw my YouTube videos, and so he wanted to talk to me. So let me tell you what happens when I talk to somebody who's already working with another lawyer. I don't like to take cases off other attorneys. And if my client or if somebody who calls me has already agreed to work with another attorney, I'm more likely to call that attorney and tell him, hey, your client, John Smith, is really unhappy, but it doesn't sound like it's a deal breaker. It sounds like they're just a little frustrated or they're not understanding what's going on. So I'll call the attorney and smooth things over. And, more than half the time, the attorney thanks me and calls the client and smooths things over. Of course, the other half of the time, there have been times where I've called an attorney 3-4 times because their client keeps calling me and they won't talk to their client. So I think if an attorney loses a case under those circumstances, they've got it coming, right? But anyway, my point is, this guy called me. He's like, I'm not sure my attorney believes in my case. I'm not sure the attorney likes my case. He didn't seem friendly like you are on the telephone and all this stuff. And this is what I told him. If you're looking for an attorney to just be a yes man, just tell you, oh, your case is worth $1 million. It's going to be easy. It's going to be like shooting fish in the barrel. There's really like two kinds of attorneys, right? There's the kind of attorney who you can bring him the most screwed up, challenging injury case ever in the history of injury cases, right? And that attorney is going to tell you, oh yeah, sign on the dotted line, hire me, I'm going to get you so much money for your case. This is a great case. I'm going to make you a lot of money. Yeah, just sign on the dotted line. Of course, after that happens, you never hear from the attorney. And then, a year and a half later, they call you with a $3,000 settlement or a $500 settlement or something like that, right? The other kind of attorney is more like my style, which is, I'm going to ask you questions about the case. Some of them are going to be hard questions. And then I'm going to tell you the truth. It's better for you to know if your case has challenges. I know that it can be like, everyone wants to be told that they've got an easy case and it's going to settle in a week for $1 million, right? That's like our wish list if we're having problems in an injury case. But the truth is, it's more important for you to know the challenges of the case and have a realistic expectation, right? So in my opinion, if you talk to a lawyer who says, oh yeah, it's a home run, I'm going to make you rich, I'll be done in a month, I'll get you an offer, this kind of thing, this is not a serious consultation. This is a sales job by an attorney who's trying to get you to hire him or her, right? On the other hand, if you have an attorney who actually listens, who asks you questions, and then tells you, well, you have a very solid case, I'm a little bit worried about this, this, and this, and my advice is that you should do this and this to kind of make your case stronger. In my opinion, that's the kind of lawyer you want to talk to. Now, it turns out that this attorney, there were other issues when the client was talking to this attorney, but I still told the client to sleep on it and think about it, because other than the bad bedside manner and some rude comments and not really wanting to listen to the client, this attorney was, it sounded to me, I was only hearing one side of it, it sounded to me like this attorney was doing a good job. He was telling the client, you know, if you didn't go to the doctor right away, that's a challenge, and if you're claiming all these serious injuries, but you stopped going to the doctor for whatever reason, that makes the case more challenging. I mean, that's the most valuable information you're going to get from an attorney on an injury consultation. So, you know, I don't take cases off people I know, or if it sounds like the other attorney is doing the right thing, right? And otherwise, if it's vague, I won't take the case. I just tell the client, stick with who you've got. And that's ultimately what happened here. He's going to give this attorney another shot and stick with him. And that's probably for the best. Now, do I make any money? Would I make money if I took the case? Yeah. But it's not the right thing to do. Being an attorney, high pressure job. Lots of irons in the fire. Lots of balls in the air, a juggling reference. And so I have sympathy and empathy for other attorneys who, don't stay on top of their callbacks. It happens to me sometimes. I'm a pretty good communicator and I'm a pretty good listener. So I know it's not always easy to be those things if you're really under the gun. And a lot of attorneys are under the gun. So I try and put myself in the other guy's shoes. So what should you take away from this? So don't necessarily believe that just because an attorney isn't being over the top positive and making you promises, just because the attorney identifies some challenges in the case does not mean that attorney doesn't want your case. It doesn't mean that he or she is negative about your case. It doesn't mean that he or she isn't going to fight for your case. It may just mean that they really want to give you a valuable consultation, right? So I'm always nice to people during a consultation, but I'll tell people, hey, this really hurts your case, and usually people take it well. I think the idea that people can't handle bad news is a myth. I think any adult person out there has had life throw them some curveballs and they can handle it, but what they want is honesty. I think that's what they want from people, is honesty. So I hope that information helps you and gives you some perspective on these sorts of things. If you have a question, feel free to email it to me at service@DeSalvo Law, and I'll answer it in a video. In the meantime, if you enjoy my videos and or you've ever been a client or gotten a consultation from me and you wouldn't mind giving me a 5-star Google review, there's a link in the description where you can do that, and boy, would I appreciate it. In the meantime, if you or a loved one needs a lawyer or needs to get a free consultation, I offer a free consultation, no obligation, 100% free, and you can get one by calling 312-500-4500. Again, 312-500-4500. Phone number gets answered all day, every day, and I get the information immediately. So that's that, and I hope you are having a good day. I hope you and your family are well, and if I can be of assistance, give me a holler. Otherwise, have a great day and take care.